Without wasting your time, we are going to share the top 3 bore sights of 2021. The number 3 on the list is Wheeler Engineering Professional Boresighter. This unit has a lot of unique, premium features that make it an exceptional product and probably my favorite pick of the bunch. First, it uses a green laser. Every other unit we tested uses a red laser, which was strikingly more visible in daylight, all the way out to 100 yards, without any special reflective materials. This boresighter also features a strong magnet to attach to the end of a muzzle, and this worked admirably well. However, note that we immediately found the unit did scuff up the rifle crown when first attached it. We solved the problem by placing a piece of cleaning cloth in between the crown and the bore sight. Arbor-based systems, in theory, may damage the bore upon insertion, so both types of alignment have their pros and cons. The Wheeler also comes with a lithium battery and a carrying case. Everything about the unit feels premium, and the best part is, it even included a special reflective target sticker that was extremely helpful sighting in every laser boresighter we tested. The number 2 on the list is Laserlight MBS Boresight. This more compact boresighter performs similarly to the Bushnell product, except that it is smaller and can fit into pistols with barrels from 3 inches and above. It lacks arbors that will fit shotgun barrels and is intended for use with rifles and pistol exclusively. Where the Laserlight shines, pun intended, is in a slightly more powerful, tighter laser. We could spot the laser more easily past 50 yards, and its beam appeared to be tighter in our testing. That said, the effective range is close to 65 yards, and certainly no more than 70 yards without a special reflective surface to sight off of. As an aside to both manufacturers, a reflective target insert would be a huge help. When you're first setting up the Laserlight, and the Bushnell, for that matter, be aware, the arbors use very small screws that take some finagling to set up properly. Work over a box or other surface where you won't have to be concerned about dropping your screws and losing them. We set the scope on the .270 out of 0 and sighted using the Laserlight. After a single shot at 25 yards, we were only off the expected point of impact by about 2 MOA. This felt a little tighter than the Bushnell boresighter, but we were still on paper with both systems. After we shot again at 25 yards and readjusted the scope, we went out to 50 yards and sighted using the boresight to check expected point of impact. The next shot was only about 3 MOA off our aim point, and we were easily able to zero from there. The number 1 on the list is Bushnell Laser Boresighter. This is a competent unit, but it lacks power for greater distances and has to be used in a specific way for maximum effectiveness. The Bushnell can be set up to sight in anything from handguns and rifles to shotguns, and the kit includes arbors to fit from a .22 to a .50 caliber weapon, as well as 12 and 20 gauge shotguns. Note, however, that this boresight will only work in pistols with barrels 4.5 inches or longer due to its length. Overall, though, the build quality is high, and the all-metal construction feels exceptionally sturdy. However, the laser did diffuse somewhat quickly, and a special reflective surface was necessary to take full advantage of the Bushnell as we put it through its paces. We began our testing in the early morning, with less direct sunlight, and we found this boresighter offered laser visibility to just over 50 yards on a white target. Beyond that range, it was a challenge to see the red spot on the white paper. This is okay, though, as we began testing at 25 yards, and the Bushnell got us on paper easily. After fitting the arbor, which took a little adjusting to get the screw seated and the fit correct, the boresighter sat snugly in the .270's barrel, and we could easily line up our crosshairs. The first shot was around 4 minutes of angle off high left at 25 yards, so we simply readjusted for a second shot at 25 yards without the boresight, and moved out to the 50-yard target distance, where we reinserted the boresighter. This shot was off by about 5 MOA, but we were on paper, and after a readjustment and 2 more shots, we zeroed the .270 at 100 yards without using the boresight. Now, it's important to remember, the pointer isn't 100% accurate, and it won't point exactly where your shot goes, but it doesn't have to do that to get the job done. The idea is to save time and ammo by not having to guess while boresighting.